So what's up, guys? Miles back with another video. So I got an important topic today that really needs to be talked about, really needs to be examined, right? So I've been going through a little transition within my own life, my own thinking, and everything that I'm doing right now, right? Put my phone away. No distractions right now. I'm gonna make this video. This is gonna be a good video. And as you can see from the title, right? Why your circle gets smaller, right? Now, like I was saying, I'm going through some kind of transition within my own life. And I'm starting to realize that a lot of people are not shit, right? For lack of a better phrase. Traveling through this earth 24 years, right? People will always come and go, right? And as I'm getting older, I feel like an older person, right? Whenever old people say, like, they say what's on their mind, and they're easily to snap and say exactly how they feel about somebody, right? And they're quick to cut people off. That's really how I'm beginning to be, right? My toleration for BS from anybody, man, woman, child, is completely, it's dying by the hour, right? So your circle is going to get smaller. Why? Because it has to. As you mature and see the bullshit that people get into on a consistent basis, right? And nothing in this world that makes me more mad is getting in trouble because of somebody else's bullshit. That you want to see an angry Miles, I will flip the fuck out, right? So, but let's get into this video, right? Because this is something I've been thinking about for a while, a couple days now. I even stayed up one night. I should have shot it that night. Maybe it would have been more authentic and more real, right? Because I was really feeling that way and I really wanted to express it. But I was like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Had work in a couple hours. So, but I made sure I wrote down my talking points, right? Point number 1. You simply become less tolerant of people's bullshit, right? And like I said earlier, the more you look at people's bullshit, right? Because this is the thing you got to understand about people, right? It's not that you see that they do something wrong and you instantly cut them off. People, I've talked about this in other videos, right? Habits are everything, right? We're habitual creatures, right? So if that person likes to drink and smoke weed all day, that's going to take a lot for them to stop doing that, right? So I'm going to go cut you off because I know you're going to have to go through a whole process to stop that stuff, right? And from what I see, you're not trying to stop it. So it ain't no telling when you're going to stop. So I'm just going to cut you off, right? That's just one example of anything, right? If somebody disrespects you, somebody does whatever they do that you don't like, it's more likely to occur, one, if you don't say anything, and two, it's because there's just a habit now, right? They're going to be like that until something forces them to change, right? So it's not even worth putting up with that bullshit, right? So you become less tolerant of people's bullshit because you know that their habits are everything, right? You have to become tyrannical when it comes to your money, attention, and time, right? There's a lot of people in this world that waste time, right? If you're a guy, and sometimes maybe if you're a girl too, you can identify with this as well, right? It's just an example of this. How many times have you gotten into a relationship or you went on a date and that person was just completely wasting your time, right? It wasn't going nowhere in the first place, right? Completely fucking waste of time, right? Money. People spend money on all types of shit, right? I was watching one thing and this dude said something that was fucking profound. I never forgot it ever, right? They buy what they want and beg for what they need, right? So another thing within this point that I want to emphasize, right, is that when you look at tyrannical people, right, we're taught in school that these people are evil people and that they shouldn't be tolerated in the society. And, you know, to a degree, they have a point. You know, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? But there's one thing that they're leaving out, right? The tyrannical person realizes human nature. And the human nature is to be lazy. The natural tendency is to be lazy. It's to do the easiest things first, right? So, more likely than not, right? If somebody disrespects you, you're supposed to go off about it, right? Think about the bad boys, assholes, whatever you want to call them, right? When somebody does something to them, they stand up, right? And they do something about it, right? But society teaches you to be like, hey, overlook it, love them anyway, they'll change immediately, they're not mad at you, they're mad about, like, nah. At this point in my life, fuck all that passive shit. Right? If something's gonna go down, it's gonna go down right here. You know what I'm saying? We need to address this shit immediately, not glass over it, all that shit, right? And this is where the tyrannical person is actually right. Because he doesn't tolerate bullshit. He doesn't tolerate nobody not doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? And that's how you got to be with your money, attention, and time, right? Everybody don't deserve your time. Everybody don't deserve your money. Everybody don't deserve your fucking attention, right? They don't. They don't. I know some of y'all want to be famous and be loved by everybody. People always move the fucking goalposts, right? You do one good thing today, it's never good enough tomorrow, right? Bullshit, right? And this is the biggest part of this whole video, right? If you've gotten to this far, you're gonna have to cut people off, because if you don't, you're gonna become a victim, like I said, of their bullshit. You're gonna become a victim, right? Just from being in the proximity. Look at the takeoff situation. Just because he was just in that fucked up position, you know what I'm saying? They got him accidentally, allegedly, what they're claiming, right? You're gonna be collateral damage dealing with a fucking toxic person, right? And this is where your self-respect, and this is where your self-confidence, your ability to tell people no, right, comes into play 100%, right? Because one thing that I realize, people are only going to treat you according to how you treat yourself, right? So if you let other people disrespect you, if you disrespect yourself on a daily basis, and you let other people disrespect you, you're not going to get any fucking respect, right? The person that self-respects is not going to tolerate that. Right? Because you have to realize nobody's going to care for you like you care for you, right? If you care for you, you're not going to let nobody else disrespect you, right? And you got to stand up for yourself. It might not always be physical. It might be in a boardroom, in a corporate office, right? So, but this is my video, right? Because a lot of you guys, some of you guys that watch my stuff, because this is a thinking channel, right? This is not no fucking goosey, you know, clickbaity, viral, stupid shit, right? I don't care about none of that stupid shit, right? You're realizing right now that your circle is getting smaller, and this is why, because it has to, because of all these three things I just told you, right? You're maturing, you have self-respect, right? You know people are creatures of habit, so you're not gonna mess with that person because they're gonna compete. They're gonna eventually they're a ticking time bomb, for a better phrase. And you know, eventually they're going to blow up and you're going to be collateral damage, right? So you got to cut them off immediately, right? And so you're looking around right now and it's kind of lonely. You don't have too many friends, and that's how it's going to be. That's how it should be. You should have more acquaintances and very few people that you can trust, right? Because most people in today's society don't have any morals, don't have any principles. They only care about themselves. It's a society full of narcissists. It's a society full of mental illness, right? So the thinking people are hard to find, right? And people can't judge. There's so many fake people. It's hard for people to judge the real, tell the real from the fake, right? So anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, but this is why your circle is getting smaller. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, right? But if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Share the video if you like the video, excuse me. And I'll be back with another one, guys. We out.